I'm really looking forward to your guys' wedding tomorrow. I'm sure I'll get all emotional over it and probably cry just a bit.
Why would you cry over it? You're the one that's already married, right? I have no idea what would make you want to cry at my wedding of all places.
Well, I'll probably start to remember our past together and all that, which will lead me to crying. I mean, you're 5 years younger than me, and from the moment you were born, I've always thought of you like my baby.
Could you stop saying things like that about me? It's really embarrassing, actually. But I guess I have to thank you for a lot of things. You've always been there for me when I needed someone most, so thank you.
Now you're just trying to get me to cry, aren't you? Thanking me for all that.
But I want to know why you're crying. There's nothing you should be crying about right now. If anything, you should be celebrating me on my big event.
I know I should be, and I will come your wedding day. I'm just going to have to make sure I bring my handkerchief tomorrow is all. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I've never met your fiancé in person before. Actually, I don't think her and I have ever even spoken to one another before.
That's a good point. You were never around back when she came over to see Mom and Dad for the first time. And I guess ever since that day, we never got around to having you come out to see her.
Seems that way. I'm sure it'll be a bit strange to be meeting her for the first time tomorrow, but I'm guessing it'll be all right.
You'll be fine. Brittany's a really calm woman, and she seems to get along with pretty much everyone. So have fun tomorrow, when you both get to talking.
All right, I will. I'm sure I'll be super anxious about it tomorrow, but I'll do my best. We as a family have to make sure we're all on good terms with one another, especially since I'll be getting a new sister-in-law.
Don't get so worked up over it. You'll be 100% fine. I want you to have a really fun time at our wedding tomorrow, so please, take it easy.
Well then, I'll do my very best. Why did you come here? You have no right coming here on this day to show your face to all of us. Are you not embarrassed by what you're doing? Get the hell out of here, you hag! Hold on a second. What is going on here? What is actually going on with you right now? Why did you do that to me of all people? What's with you coming up to me and slapping me in the face? Well, maybe it has to do with you being Roger's ex-girlfriend and that you came to his wedding to show your face. What are you thinking? Have you ever tried taking a look at the bigger picture here? No way you came to this place on this specific day by accident. Ex-girlfriend? You're talking about me? I'm not Roger's ex-girlfriend. Yes, you are. You sure are his ex, and there's no doubt about it. Who else would it be besides you, of all people? Why the hell has his ex-girlfriend come to our wedding? Ugh, this is beyond crazy to me, and I want you to know that. Just hold on a second, all right? You have the complete wrong idea about me. Just calm down for a second and let's talk all this through. You think I'm going to be able to chill out after my man's ex showed up out of the blue? Are you really the bride for this wedding today? You just made a terrible misjudgment and acted upon it by slapping me in the face and then kicking me out of the wedding hall. Do you not feel as though you went a bit overboard by doing all of that? You shut up. You're the one that's taken things overboard here. Why the hell did you come here today? Are you here to try and get in the way of my love for Roger or something? I'm sorry that you still have feelings for a guy that doesn't care for you anymore, but get lost, you hag! Brittany, I am not his ex-girlfriend. I'll keep saying that to you until the end of time if you'd like me to. Get lost, you hag! Can you please just give me a second to talk to you about this? You're being way too overbearing over there, and I would like to tell you the truth. I can leave this wedding if that's what you want from me, but before I go for good, can you please just listen to what I have to say about myself? I've been telling you that I am not Roger's ex-girlfriend, so could you please give it a rest? It's frickin' rude. I want you to apologize to me first about slapping me in the face like that, all right? I saw you cuddling with Roger just a second ago, though. What? Oh, I was hugging him, yes. Look, you're confessing to being his ex-girlfriend right now. Did you actually think you were going to squeeze your way out of this one? I know that there's still something going on between you, and I want it gone. If not, I'm only going to take things further with you. He'd better not be cheating on me with you. I told you you're wrong about all that. He and I have always hugged one another when meeting with each other, so there is no real meaning behind it besides it being a hug. And this time I was hugging him as a way of congratulating him on having a wedding. You are so annoying for an ex-girlfriend. I don't give a crap about what you guys have been doing with one another. Brittany, I am telling you that I am not his ex-girlfriend. Far from one, in fact. Well, if you're not his ex-girlfriend, then why were you cuddling with him? No matter how you try and think of it, something's not right here. No matter how you try and think of it, there is no good reason for Roger to be inviting his ex-girlfriend to his wedding. And that's why I was asking you about it. Why the hell did you come all the way here uninvited to be at your ex's wedding? Do you still not get how crazy you are after that slap? Perhaps I have to hit you even harder to get you to understand. I can't do this anymore. You're not even listening to me. No matter what I try and say to you, you just seem to keep going back to calling me his ex, and I just don't have the energy anymore for you. Go ahead and keep believing that I'm his ex. You don't seem to have the mental capacity to think things through anymore. I don't need to think anything through when it comes to you. I didn't ask for my man's ex to come to his wedding and cuddle with him, so get lost already. There is no place here for a depressed and lonely old hag, so go home. Then take care of my little brother for me, please. What? Wait a second. What do you mean your little brother? I'm going to head home now from this circus you're running. I'm sure some people will become really upset, though, when they realize Roger's older sister is nowhere to be found. But I'm not having any fun at this wedding for my brother and his reckless fiancé. Tell Roger to have a great day with you and that I'm out of here. Wait a second, please. Could this mean that you're Carly? That's me. You're Roger's older sister, Carly. I just told you that's me, right? And I've been saying over and over again that I am not his ex-girlfriend. But you never chose to hear me out on it. What? So then you really are Carly. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had heard from Roger before that his ex-girlfriend was older than him, so, well, it looks like I was a little confused is all. I happen to be pretty reckless sometimes, you know. You happen to be pretty reckless? Just like what I said about you a second ago as well? But let me ask you this. Do reckless people normally go through all the trouble to slap someone they know nothing about? I might have called you reckless myself, but I might have to take that back. You're just an explosive idiot with no control over their emotions. I'm sorry, Carly. I never meant anything hurtful by doing that. At the time, I was just a little anxious is all. So now that I've had time to calm down, do you think you could maybe come back here? I think you and I should talk about this face to face. The wedding will be starting here pretty soon as well, so if you could hurry back here, we can have a little time to talk. No, thank you. What? No, thank you? What? Why not? You shouldn't have to be asking me why. I hate hearing you ask for me to come back to your wedding after what I just went through with you. Do you even have any idea what you just did to me then? Why are you asking me to come back to your wedding now? Stop getting so worked up over that and come back here. Me, the bride, is asking you to get your butt back here this instant. Excuse me? And why do I have to listen to what you want me to do now? Are you going to keep talking back to me like that just because I made a small mistake? If anything, you're the reason I made that mistake in the first place. Why, if you were his older sister, did you not say something to me sooner? You could tell that I had the wrong idea of you, so you should have tried stopping me sooner. You had no reason to not be stopping me then. Hold on. Even though you didn't know who I was, your first response shouldn't have been to come and punch me. Well, I saw you cuddling with my man. And had you just kept a calm head, you might have seen that we weren't cuddling. We were just hugging as family members do. Both Roger and I have been very close to one another all our lives, and that's why we hug so often. And actually, everyone hugs their family members on a very common basis, so I'm not sure what made you think that was us cuddling. I can't believe you're getting upset with me over something as simple as a hug between brother and sister. But I didn't know about that at the time. I'm telling you that all you had to do was stop me when you noticed I had the wrong idea of you. And I told you repeatedly that I wasn't his ex-girlfriend, right? What are you trying to do here, Brittany? Maybe listen to what people are saying next time, you rude witch. It's not my fault that you chose not to ever listen to anything I was saying. And you even went and slapped me in the face, the hardest I've ever been slapped, actually. All I wanted to do today was come and enjoy my little brother's wedding, but instead I had to get assaulted by the bride of all people. Well, get over it now. I'll apologize to you some more, okay? I'm sorry. That should be enough to get you to forgive me, right? What do you mean? Would you please just give it up already? It's time for you to just forgive me now and come back to this wedding. I'm not a bad person like you're trying to think, all right? A person that jumps to conclusions in an instant and then slaps a person for no good reason isn't a bad person? If you're not the bad person I've been led to believe you are, then show me some proof of you doing good things, Carly, I told you that all of that was just me getting the wrong idea at the time. You and I are going to become sisters-in-law, so now let's stop all this fighting and make up. You understand that someone like me is not a bad person in any way, right? I think it's best you and I start being good friends now, all right? No, this is all not all right. I really have no desire to become close to someone like you now. Why not? You're going to lose all interest in me just because of one tiny little incident between us? How about you have a more open mind for people like me? What was that? Who do you think you are to be saying something like that to me? I am asking you to please forgive me. I have been apologizing for all of that, all right? Hurry up and please get back to this wedding. It's not a good idea to make such a big deal out of something that was just a simple accident, okay? Don't you feel that Roger will be sad to hear about something like this happening between us? How about you think about him for a change? I don't care how he's going to feel about all this. I'm not going back there. I am asking you to please just stop it with all that pouting and come back here so that we both can make up. It was just one mistake on my part, so let it go already. You and I are both wonderful women, and we should be getting along with one another. All I've learned from how you've treated me today is that we will never be getting along with one another. Now stop trying to win me back over to your side because it's not happening. No, it's not that I'm trying to win you back over. I'm sure you just want to be good friends now, but if everyone at that wedding were to find out about what you did to me, there would be trouble for you, right? You know that when Roger hears about this, things will be intense. And that's why you've started to freak out a bit and want me back there. I was slapped by you really hard today, though. That was just a spasm, per se. I didn't mean anything by that slap, so I'm very sorry for it. Brittany, in this world, there are things that can be dealt with using a simple apology, and things that cannot be dealt with that way. That slap that you hit me with today tore up the inside of my mouth. I was just planning on being with my family today to see my brother get married, and now I'm on my way home with a bloodied mouth. I am never going back to that wedding, no matter how you try and coax me into it. I have said sorry to you so many times now, and you're still not happy with me? I've already gone and told Roger that I'm not going to be at the wedding today. What? You already went and told him about what happened between us? Why the hell would you do something as stupid as that to me? You should have told me you were doing that before going ahead with it. You are so gosh dang annoying. Why don't you stop complaining about everything I'm doing and think about what you've done for a change? As of right now, Roger is very frustrated with you. Hold on a sec. Really? I'm starting to get loads of phone calls from him right now. Is he going to yell at me over what happened? I'm sure he will. And while you're dealing with Roger, I'm going to be calling the police and asking them what I should be doing after you assaulted me. What? The police? You knew this was coming next, right? You slapped me in the face with the force of a punch. The inside of my mouth was torn up by that slap, and I got blood all over my clothes. What you've done to me was a clear example of you assaulting me. Wait, though, you can't be serious about me actually assaulting you. I never meant for that slap to be so powerful that it actually hurt you. I just wanted you to understand how upset I was with you for coming to my wedding as someone I assumed was Roger's ex. That slap was seriously not meant to be that strong. You can keep trying to make up excuses for it, but it's not helping anything. I hope that you'll regret what you did to me. Goodbye now. Wait, Carly! Can't we please just make up and become family? You really want to make up now? What the actual hell do you think you're talking about right now? Did you not just call me a depressed and lonely old hag before? I did, but I know now that all of that was not okay. I do not want for my wedding to Roger to be canceled because of this. And actually, this wedding isn't going to be canceled, right? So please, let's just get over what happened and be nice to one another. Look, it will all be for your brother's sake, right? What happened this time? I really felt your anger from it. And, well, I don't want my little brother being married to someone who thinks that it's okay to just assume things and lash out because of it. He is my cute little brother, and he deserves to be with someone just as cute as him. You and him are not getting married to one another as long as I'm around. What? You're not even wanting us to get married now? But today is the day of our wedding, right? And I really hope that your wedding is stopped from happening here soon. And if it does happen, so be it. Just know that I won't be there to witness it. But if you're not here to do anything about what's happened, this wedding won't happen. Roger is absolutely furious with me right now. I know for a fact now that if you're not here to stop him, this wedding is going to be over with. Do something to make this wedding happen. I don't want to lose everything I've worked so hard for. I'm out of here. You are asking the complete wrong person to help you out right now. You really think I'd be willing to go through all that trouble of saving your wedding after what you did to me? No way. Maybe, from the start, you should have been thinking things through a bit more before you chose to act on your feelings like that. I'm sure that after this, you and I won't be talking again, so have a great rest of your life. But be aware that your wedding is pretty much over with, and you're going to become his next ex-girlfriend. In the end, Roger and Brittany got into a huge argument before having their wedding canceled. Brittany ended up having to deal with the choice he made, and once he announced that the wedding was off, Brittany's parents lost all faith in her as their daughter. Later on, I ended up calling the police on Brittany and told them about how she'd hit me and that I wanted there to be consequences for it. As of right now, the police have been questioning her over what happened, and made sure to tell the company she'd been working for about it, making it likely she'll lose her job. And as for myself and my brother, we are planning to have her both pay for the canceled wedding and for the damages she caused to me with that slap. Brittany won't have her parents around her to help her out either, and will be left to find her own way of making up the money to pay everything off. When it comes to how Roger's been feeling after all that happened, he's really glad that I was able to expose the true Brittany to him, and has been thanking me for it every chance that he gets. I'm just glad that we got to find out who Brittany really was as a person before my brother tied the knot to her and walked into what would very well be a miserable future for all of us in the family. Hey, old man. You were acting all tough earlier today when giving me those instructions, right? I think you'd better think twice next time before doing that.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I think you know who I'm the daughter of, right? If you keep something like that up with me, then you'll never have a chance of moving up here.
Moving up? I know that you're the daughter of Mr. Sanchez, but I had heard from your manager that your attitude is something that needs to be adjusted. And so I was around today to see how things were going with you and to give you some help.
That right there. I'm telling you that the way you're talking to me is not okay. I'm not the kind of person you're allowed to boss around like that. I am the daughter of this department's director. Please look at the position you're in and think if it's really okay for you to talk to me that way.
Are you sure that you're not the one that should be looking at the position you're in and getting a better understanding of it?
Excuse me?
Everyone here knows that the only reason you were hired into this company is because of the connection you have. But I'd like you to stop thinking that gives you any power over me. You are just another new hire to the rest of us. You should be thanking me for taking the time to give you some pointers today on becoming a better employee. Being as blunt as you are with all your coworkers and management is not acceptable here.
Do you even know who my father is?
I told you I do. How many more times are you gonna ask me that? I don't think there's any reason for you to ask me that though. And did you not understand the meaning of the message I just sent you a second ago? Right now you are acting in a way that your father, Mr. Sanchez, is not happy with. At this moment, there are plenty of people here that are upset with your father because of you.
They're not upset with him. They're all afraid of him, and so they won't do a thing about me being his daughter. I'm really not sure why you keep acting like you know better than me here, but I'll have my father come and tear you a new one.
I'll have him do that with you.
Huh? Why would he do that to me?
If he learned about the way his daughter acts while being here, he'd be disappointed. He's a very serious and diligent man.
I have no idea what you're wanting to say here, but old man, think about the position you're in for me, please. If you act out any more with me, then I'm going to make you regret ever working for this company in the first place.
I wonder if you could really do that. For the time being, Faye, I would like you to continue your work here with a more acceptable attitude, please. I am allowed to ask this from you, and I don't want to have to ask you again. So make sure to change the way you're acting here, or else things will not go so well for you. I think you can understand what I'm asking here, right?
I have not a single clue what you're asking me. I don't even have the time right now to talk with you, old man.
You were the one that began texting me, hence my reply to you and your attitude. I, myself, am a very busy man and have things to return to, so I'll be going.
Tomorrow, you'd better act like a well-trained dog, old man.
I'm only 40 years old, Faye.
Well, compared to me, you're old as a rock. Please think about what I've said to you today. If you don't, you'll have to bring some lube to work with you before getting talked to by him.
Perhaps it'll be you that'll have to have a talk with your father. I think that would be much more beneficial to the company.
Idiot! Was that coffee pretty delicious?
You really went and spilled coffee on me now, huh? What exactly made you think something like that was a good idea?
Do you know who my father is?
You're a rude one. You already asked me that question twice yesterday, and here you come again with it.
My father is the director of this department. I have more power than you do because of that. So do you think you can stop trying to talk to me like you have been all the time, old man? I had to spill that coffee on you today because you wouldn't stop complaining about me.
I'm going to have to teach you directly then that you have no power here, and not even your dad, being the director, will save you.
What are you talking about? Have you gone insane now, Grandpa? I was going to tell my father about how you acted towards me today and have him chew you out. But then I decided spilling coffee on you would be more effective, and man, was it funny watching you react to that. I think I'll forgive you now. But don't you ever come up to me saying weird things again.
Was the weird thing I said to you today me giving you some instructions?
That's right. What is it with you and thinking you can tell me what to do? You are not the kind of person that's allowed to talk to the director's daughter that way. You should be thankful that I was willing to forgive you after I spilled my coffee on your head.
What do you think you are doing to this company's CEO?
Huh? The CEO?
This is your father speaking with you right now.
Huh? Dad?
You come down to my office right now, you idiot.
Hold up, Dad? Why are you upset with me? What's this about the CEO?
I just had a word with your dad, and I believe he wants you to come down and speak with us.
My dad was super pissed at me, but I had no clue about you, and so all of this was bound to happen.
I'm done with you, Faye. After how hard your father went into you over how you've been treating me, you still don't understand the seriousness of the situation? You seemed pretty full of yourself when in his office. Are you going to listen to what he told you, or not?
But I was thinking you were just some old man that's useless to the company. However, you're saying you've been the CEO this whole time? Are you sure you're not a fraud or something?
fraud. Stop trying to be funny, Faye. It's because of what you've done today that your father had to get on his hands and knees and apologize to me.
Huh? Why did my dad do that? I told you guys that I just didn't know. Just assumed you were an old man on his way out of here.
You not even knowing who your own CEO is definitely something I should have expected from you.
But everyone else never spoke to you like you're the CEO of this company. So that means you're just a fraud, right?
Can you please stop with the fraud talk, please? Is that the only response you have to me now?
Well, it's the truth, though, right? Everyone just calls you Craig, so I assumed you were nothing more than a base-level employee.
And that's because I don't like being called anything besides my first name.
You really don't want people calling you Mr. Turner or Sir? Why not? Would you give up on trying to cover up the fact that you're in fact a fraud?
I would rather just have everyone call me Greg. I enjoy running a company where everyone can feel close to one another and don't have to feel distant when coming to talk with me.
And it's that kind of stupid idea that made me think you were nothing more than an old man. If I'd actually known that you were the CEO of this place, then I would have never did what had to be done to you.
What are you talking about, Faye? Whether I'm the CEO or not, you pouring coffee on someone above you is not acceptable. Actually, pouring it onto anyone is unacceptable. I've seriously had enough of you here. Do I really have to tell you that for you to understand? That is supposed to be common sense to everyone as an adult.
I really do not know what the hell you keep going on about. Can you explain all of that to me again in a language that I can actually understand?
Is that what you want? I totally overlooked you being the type of person that needs everything explained to you in a childish manner for you to understand it. Let me tell you that just because you're here because of your connection to your father, that does not mean you get any sort of special treatment. And you never seemed to understand that, did you? You seem to have thought that you could do whatever you want because you're the department director's daughter. But that's not the case. And I, the CEO, shouldn't have to be telling you something as basic as that either. All you've shown to me today is that you don't have an ounce of common sense in that head of yours.
Well, you can say all you want, but I'm still young.
Everyone else that was hired in with you is your age. The age of the people that are hired is not the problem here. But really, I never expected the day to come that one of my very exceptional employees would have to come apologize to me the way your father did.
Making my dad apologize to you like that is screwed up, by the way. Are you Satan or something? Why would you do that to my poor dad?
I totally forgot. You need things explained to you like you're a baby. You did something very bad today, and your daddy had to say sorry because you don't care about him. Does that help?
Huh?
It's because of you that your father had to come and apologize like that to me. I've even explained that to you in your language now, yet you're acting like you still don't understand?
It's my fault that my dad had to do that?
So that means you still don't understand what you did to me? I cannot believe there are people your age that act like you are. You spilled coffee onto the CEO of this company on purpose. Don't you think your father getting all up in arms like that with you was justified?
Well, I guess that was a little too far now that I think about it. But it wasn't like the coffee was that hot, right? If you don't have any injuries, then is there really a point for getting upset with me?
I think we were more surprised at what you've done to me than anything else. You're fired, Faye. I can't deal with your crap anymore.
Huh? I'm the one being fired? Why me? You're wrongfully firing me. What is wrong with you, old man? You can't fire me without a good reason.
Oh, come on. Say please. I really don't want to have to sit here all day explaining obvious things to you. Did you seriously not see anything wrong with pouring coffee on me like you did today? I am not going to allow someone as ridiculous as you to continue working for me. I'm tired of you acting like an idiot, but I also don't want to watch your father have to apologize for your actions again.
Do you really think I'm the one that did that to my dad? I didn't do anything to cause him to become embarrassed by me.
I'm going to need to call my doctor tonight. Need a refill on my prescription because of how terrible of a headache you've given me. I'm sorry, Faye, but you literally spilled coffee not only on your boss, but your father's boss as well. And you did it on purpose. What makes all of that even worse, though, is that the coffee ruined my new suit that I had imported from Italy. All of that right there should be more than enough to get you to come apologize to me. Yet, for some reason, you have no desire to do so yet. That right there shows me enough.
I do want to apologize. Sorry.
I had to tell you to apologize to me for you to do that.
But I apologized, right? So we can be done with all this now. Can't you see that I've learned whatever lesson you wanted to teach me and I can go back to work now?
Faye, I wish there was a hotline I could call to help you get the help you need. But there isn't. So the best thing I could do for me and everyone else here is fire you.
Huh? If you do that, my dad's going to be pissed at you next. You don't even have the right to fire me, even though you're the CEO. Oh, I could start going around saying that you overworked me and some other things to make you get fired.
I'm sorry, but you haven't been here long enough. Only a few weeks, and that's not enough to make such a claim. And since there was a reason to fire you in such a short time frame, it will be understood that what you did was very unacceptable within my company, and then that claim of yours will go right in the trash. I think trying that would be a huge waste of your time, but do whatever makes you happy.
What? So then I'm really being fired right now? Is my dad okay with you doing that to me? No way, right?
Well, if it makes it any better, your dad said he'd agree with me firing himself as well as you.
Huh? My dad said that?
He felt responsible for what you done, but I'm not going to fire him. He is one of my best employees, and losing him because of his mentally handicapped daughter's actions wouldn't be fair. So I think your dad is totally alright with me firing you. So go and grab all of your things off your desk and leave my building. Just a bit ago, when you met with your father and I, you didn't even bother saying and apologizing to me then. So I'm afraid you don't have anything to say to me directly now either, nor will you listen to me.
Hold on, please. I wanted to apologize to you then, but I just assumed then wasn't the best time since my dad was so angry. I was just going to wait for a better time.
Well, this is the result of you misreading the atmosphere. Ugh, good luck at whatever company hires you next. But it won't be any company in this part of town, I'm afraid. I'll make sure to explain what happened with us that led to your very early termination. I think finding a job around here, after this, is going to be difficult for you.
Huh? Wait, if you start going around and telling other companies about me, I'll be screwed. And now my dad's starting to tell me to leave the office and go away. He doesn't even want me going back to my parents' house now. If all of this is for real, then I'll be royally screwed, Craig.
Not my problem. I have a headache now, so I'm not gonna think much about your future. The best I can say for you to do now is to go back to elementary school and start over again. Now, I need to get going to the pharmacy to grab more meds for my blood pressure. Can you hurry up and get lost already?
So you're going to be just like my dad? How am I supposed to go back to elementary school at my age?
Jesus. That was a joke, Faye. I swear, the actual thing you need to do is go book yourself into the nearest mental clinic and have them do a psychiatric exam on you. But that's up to you. There's nothing left I can do with you now, and thank God for that. Now, thank you for your 2.5 weeks here.
You're just going to leave me?
And I'm pulling the cost of my new imported suit from your next paycheck. I mean, your only paycheck.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
It's either that, or you pay me right now for the suit. At least be happy that you'll still be getting $100 or so from me.
Wait a minute. Please think about all of this.
My head hurts too much to think. Bye. There's a clinic down the street you can walk to that takes people without appointment, so go there.
In the end, Faye was fired from her job and thrown out of the office building. And not even her dad said anything else to her, instead choosing to completely forget about her as his daughter. He and his wife then cut ties with her and told her to never enter their house again. And as Craig had said to Faye, there would be little chance of a company near his office being open to hiring her, and so she was forced into a tough situation which her life teetered on. The following day, she came back to the office when Craig was walking into work and tried to apologize and ask for another chance. But he lashed out on her hard and forced her to pay for his ruined suit right then and there with whatever she had on her. And once she had emptied her purse of pretty much any money she had, he had security come escort her outside the office complex, and that was the last time she was ever seen by anyone. I'm sure that some of this had to do with her being spoiled at birth, but there is also the fact that she really did seem to have something wrong with her. Everyone at the office, including Craig even, hopes that wherever she is now, she's getting the help she needs. Hi there, Rita. It's your mom here. I'm messaging you because I have something really important that I need to talk to you about.
Oh, Mom, hi. It's been a while since we last spoke. How are you doing? Has something changed recently you wanted to talk about? I was actually thinking about coming home for a visit next week, if that's all right with you. Maybe we can talk about what you want to say then.
Well, I knew that you were wanting to come here, and I was thinking of waiting until then to talk, but I don't think this can wait any longer. I thought it would be better to say this sooner rather than later. It will just make things a lot easier on everyone if I did.
Huh? Okay, now I feel more confused. What are you talking about, Mom? Has something happened? Are you okay?
Okay, now I'm not sure if you know about this, but your sister Annie is getting married. I was wondering if she got in contact with you before I messaged you.
Wait, what? Annie's actually getting married? No, I didn't know any of this was happening. She's not been in contact with me for a while now.
Huh? She hasn't called you or messaged you at all? That's so odd. You're her sister. I thought you'd be the first to know. Annie did tell me that she'd be inviting the family, including the little relatives we have, and you, Rita. I swear that's what she said.
Huh? Is that so? But I don't get why she would want to invite me when her and I haven't spoken to each other in the last 3 years. It doesn't make a lot of sense. She wanted to keep me more at arm's length from her. And it was her that wanted to isolate herself from me. That's probably why she didn't contact me about this, Mom.
From the sounds of it, it seems like her partner has a lot more relatives than her. I also don't think many of her friends are going, and we're such a small family, too, so...
Well, she hasn't got the nicest of personalities, Mom, so I'm not surprised there won't be as many people for her side.
I understand, but it's her day, and it's about your sister, so please don't say anything bad to her, Rita. We can't make the situation worse. She also just works from home, so I really don't think she has that many coworkers or friends. She's trying to match the wedding venue to her partner's wishes. It seems like it turned out to be a pretty big venue so that his side can see him get married to Annie. She said that if we don't gather together our relatives, things will look disgraceful.
To be honest, I'm not surprised she's trying to round us up like a farm animal. She wants to make herself look like a lot of people like her and that she has a big circle of people. Not even remotely true. She just pushes people away. This is so typical of Annie to do this, Mom.
I guess we'll see if she's trying to change her tune about her family and her life. Maybe she might get in touch with you soon, Rita. Just be kind to her, okay?
Mom, it's not that great to tell me that, okay? You're not trying to spoil her, are you? After the way she shunned me out of her life?
I'm not spoiling her, Rita, but she's also my daughter, and I just want things to go right for her as well as you. But you know, with being close to the end of my life, I just want things to be fixed. I just want my daughters to get along again and be sisters. I want my daughters to at least be able to stand in the same room as one another.
Huh? What's brought this on, Mom? Why are you talking like this is the end of your life? What are you talking about? Mom, what's going on here?
Hey, did you get my invitation to my wedding, Rita? Of course, I know you're going to come because you're my older sister.
Wow, Annie, even though it's been a while since we last talked to each other, you're still being as rude as ever. Why do you always think you're better than anyone else? You're talking to me and assume that I'm going to turn around and say yes to going to your wedding. What makes you think that I would?
Isn't it obvious, Rita? Because when big events like this happen in a family, everyone gets together and actually celebrates. You're still my sister, no matter how long it's been since we talked. You've surely decided to come, right?
I really don't understand you, Annie. You never even directly notified me of your marriage. I had to hear it from someone else rather than hearing it from you. Honestly, I'm surprised that people with your attitude just assume that going to a wedding is a given.
What the heck, Rita? So you're planning to not come at all? You know, if you don't come to my wedding, I'm just going to collect a nuisance fee from you since you're wasting my time.
A nuisance fee? What on earth are you on about? You're so insane that it just blows my mind sometimes. You can't even do that to someone.
You do know that it's impossible for you not to come to my wedding, Rita. You're my sister, so you've got to be there. You're definitely coming, okay?
To be honest with you, Annie, after what happened the last time I saw you, I don't ever want to see you again. You're so horrible to me for no good reason. It's true that I don't want to see your face ever again, but this time I'm going, it's only because of Mom, not you. So you don't need to worry about suing me or anything like that. I'm planning on going to your wedding for now.
You're coming because of our mother? What kind of stupid reason is that, Rita? You should come so that you can see your adorable little sister walk down the aisle.
My adorable little sister. You've got to be kidding me, Annie. Did you forget that you canceled your own father's funeral? Moreover, you stole some of the gifts and then you just disappeared off the face of the earth. I'm honestly surprised that our mom even forgave you for all of that. I guess she just wants her daughter close to her. I've not forgotten what you did, though, Annie. I won't let the same thing happen again.
Wow, you hold grudges, don't you? I've already forgotten about all of that. It happened so long ago, Rita. Get over it. I'm so excited about getting married, so there's no need for you to bring me down. Jeez, this feels like the climax of my life or something.
Wow, you're still so selfish. When are you going to learn to grow up and think about how other people feel about what you say to them? You're not even home at all lately, have you? Have you even met up with Mom at all?
We haven't met up, no, but we've been keeping in touch a little bit. I don't know any of our relatives' contact information, so I needed to talk to her.
Would you quit using our mom for your own purposes, Annie? Do you ever even listen carefully to what our mother says? I really want you to go and see her before anything happens, okay? I'm pretty sure she's at the hospital right now.
Ew, she's in the hospital? Ugh, no way am I going to a germ-filled place like that to meet up with her. I can wait to see her when she's not there.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about, Annie? Why won't you go and see her? She's your mother. She's done so much for you.
I told her that I was getting married and I'm busy with all of those plans. Why do I have to go to a place like that to go and see her? She should be letting me be happy before and after my celebration, and so should you. Stop depressing me so much.
Wait, so you're not even remotely worried about our mother, are you? Have you even asked her about her health recently?
She's been going to the hospital pretty regularly. She's been going there for quite some time now. Come on, they know what they're doing. There's nothing I can do if I go there and see her. I'm no doctor or anything like that. I'm too busy planning my wedding here.
Wow, you've just gotten worse as you've gotten older. You really are so selfish and think of no one but yourself. How did you end up like this? Stop messing around and just come with me to the hospital so we can see our mother together, okay?
What the heck are you talking about, Rita? Weren't you listening to me before? There's no way I'm going there. I especially don't want to go there with you. I don't really want to be in the same space as you right now. You're just going to say all of these annoying things to me, right?
That's not what I'm going to do, Annie. Doesn't Mom tell you to listen to her when she's got something important to tell you?
I've got no idea what you're talking about right now. I am way too busy to be solving all these riddles you're throwing at me. If you've got something to do, just message me about it. There's no need for me to be involved right now. Also, remember to wrap my gift up well, okay? You're a relative of mine after all, so you need to get me something good and it needs to be expensive. I forgive you if you don't do that for me.
Stop talking, making everything all about you, Annie. This is getting ridiculous. You need to listen to me right now. Do you have any idea how our mother is feeling right now? Do you even care about her well-being, Annie? Are you even going to listen to me? Annie, come on, stop ignoring me this instant. You need to answer your phone immediately. You really need to get to the hospital right now.
Huh? Rita, what do you want now? Why do I need to come to the hospital for? I am in the middle of getting my hair done right now, so I can't.
Mom is taking a turn for the worse. I don't know what's going on with her, so this is more important. I don't care about your hair. You need to get here right now and fast.
Hey, look, my hair and me looking good for my wedding day is more of a priority right now. I just can't drop everything and get over there. I'm getting my nails done after this, so could we do this the day after tomorrow? I'm really busy getting ready for my wedding, so please understand that.
I can't believe you right now. This is unbelievable what you're saying to me, Annie. You're saying it's too hard to get here? How can you not understand what's happening? Annie, if you don't get to the hospital right now, you're going to regret your decision not coming for the rest of your life.
Well, I'm all right with that. I'm not interested in seeing Mom right now. I'm too busy with these wedding plans, all right? I'll see you at the wedding.
Wow, you really are just a horrible person, Annie. You literally just a piece of trash who needs to be thrown in the garbage. You really are. I've had enough of convincing you to get here. It really is on you for ignoring what I say. But then all you think about is yourself, right? I'm just gonna give up on this now, but feel free to regret your decision later as much as you like. I bet you will eventually.
This is just ridiculous. Why are you messing with me like this? I don't have the time or that much effort to text you to try and figure out where you are. Why are you not even here yet? This is disgusting behavior that I shouldn't have to put up with from my older sister. Also, none of our relatives arrived yet either. Neither has our mother. What on earth is going on? As my sister, you should be here way earlier, no?
Annie? Are you kidding me with this crap right now? What on earth are you doing right now? Don't you have any idea what's happening?
You didn't just suddenly cancel on me because you got irritated over the conversation we had the other day, are you? That's a bit immature. You know that today's my wedding day and you're all supposed to be here, especially you and Mom.
There's no way that I can go to the wedding today, all right? Not on a day like this. I can't just show up to your wedding with what's happening today.
How could you just go and bail on my own wedding without even giving me an explanation? I don't care. You need to get to the venue right away. Are you crazy or something? How can you not be here already? You're driving me up the wall. I need everyone here, and that's an order.
You're the one who's breaking out into a fit of rage, Annie. You're the one who's been acting crazy in the first place. You're so full of yourself, Annie. Because of your crappy behavior and being so selfish, I just physically can't be there for you on your wedding day. You didn't contact me for 3 years. Do you really think it makes sense to send someone an invitation to their wedding even though you haven't been face-to-face for such a long time?
But what you're doing is worse. There should be no such thing as a last-minute cancellation. You can't do that when I invited you. What about our relatives, huh? Where are they? I invited them as well and they chose not to come. What the heck? You did something, didn't you? Were you all planning to bail on my wedding behind my back or something? Even though you're the older sister, it's horrible that you would persuade people not to come to my wedding. You need to gather up all our relatives and get to the venue this instant. I've got no time for this crap, Rita.
I'm not going to do that, Annie, because there's a funeral happening right now, and I'm not going to leave it for you. This is far too important.
Hold on a minute. What did you just say to me? You're actually at a funeral right now?
Yes, and so are the rest of our relatives. They're also with me at the funeral right now. All of them wanted to be here so that we could give Mom a good send-off.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that, please? I must be reading this all wrong or something. Can you give me a better explanation so I can understand what's going on?
I think it's a bit too late to explain it to you now, what is going on, but I guess you didn't take the time to listen to me and understand the situation. By the time your skin turns into the shade of a ghost, you won't be able to make it to the funeral in time. Mum's not coming back, Annie.
Okay, I get the joke now, so please stop messing me around. What on earth were you talking about before? You're at a funeral right now? It doesn't make any sense to me. What do you mean that Mom's not coming back? Did she go somewhere and didn't tell me? What on earth are you talking about?
Annie, I don't know if there's any other way I can break this to you. Mum passed away 3 days ago.
What are you talking about? She passed away. No, that can't be right. She's been fine. I only spoke to her not so long ago.
I don't know how many times I tried to get in contact with you, Annie. You weren't picking up your phone for my calls or even my messages. I couldn't believe it. When I tried calling you, Mom was in critical condition at the hospital. Both me and Auntie tried calling you to see if you'd pick up. I tried many times to call you. You never picked up. You ignored me when all I wanted to tell you was to get to the hospital, Annie, and you didn't come. Mom's no longer with us anymore, Annie.
Now, wait just a minute there, Rita. Are you being dead serious right now? This can't be happening. Mom actually passed away? This can't be true. Why didn't you try to tell me what was going on with her? How could you do this to me? Why didn't you try harder?
Hey, you were the one who ignored my calls and didn't pick up anyone else's calls either. It's not my fault that you didn't get told when you were ignoring everybody. We were all trying really hard to get in contact with you. All of our relatives tried to call your number as well, but it kept going straight to voicemail.
I just saw all the missed calls and messages that people had left for me. I got so many calls from all of these random numbers, so I didn't know who they were. I just ignored them.
Our mom was in critical condition, Annie. Was it really that difficult to pick up the phone to one of those numbers? It was obviously urgent. I just can't understand how none of this should be getting through to you when we tried to talk to you so many times. It blows my mind, to be honest.
Okay, so it's really true that Mom is dead? She's actually not coming back? I guess she won't be able to come to my wedding then.
Are you actually insane, Annie? Of course she's not coming back. Why would she be able to come to your wedding? Is that all you care about? Not the fact that she's actually gone. How do you live with yourself? We're in the middle of a funeral right now, so no, Mom won't be coming to your wedding.
I guess that's true. But what about you and the other relatives? Are you really planning on not coming to the wedding even though you're my sister and should be here? Just because Mom is gone, you refuse to come to my wedding ceremony? Is that what you're trying to tell me? How could you do this to me?
I'm honestly shocked right now. I just said that I'm at a funeral, so why on earth would I want to go to a wedding in the middle of it? Just think about what you're actually saying, and then maybe you'll understand why I've chosen to stay here and say goodbye to my mom rather than see you get married. In fact, it's actually common sense in my mind. You really shouldn't even have to think too hard about this. But seriously, you're unbelievable.
You don't have to say it like that, okay? How could you treat me so rudely on my wedding day? But I guess for now, I'll postpone the wedding a little. So once the funeral is finished, will you come to the wedding venue and watch me get married? I really want to have my wedding too, you know. Everyone is already gathered together anyways, so why don't you all come over to the wedding afterwards, okay?
Wait a second, are you being serious right now, Annie? Are you on a different planet right now? Our mother just died and we're laying her to rest today. Are you saying that this is less important than guests being able to get to your wedding today? Are you for real? This is a sick way of thinking, Annie. I can't believe you're doing this to your own family and to your dead mother's memory. She'd be so disappointed in you right now.
Why are you talking to me like this? I can't help but have my wedding today. I never thought that our mother would just go and disappear on us. Look, I'm sure that we both can't believe that something like this has happened today of all days, but now is not the time to be sad when we should be celebrating my wedding. The seats on the groom's side of the wedding venue are starting to rapidly fill up. How is my side still empty right now? This is bogus, Rita. If things continue like this, we can't even start the wedding ceremony, and I'm not going to let that happen to me today. If you're going to be late, I'll just make the other guests wait a while, okay? You don't mind if I tell them that, right?
You're impossible, Annie. I can't believe you're actually acting like this right now. Especially towards your own family. It's like none of us matter.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What are you even talking about? How am I being impossible when I'm trying to give you clear instructions?
That soul of yours is completely impossible to understand. It's like you have no remorse for anything that happens. It's too incomprehensible. I'm just going to say it. This is not the time to be talking or even thinking about weddings right now. I told you I'm at our mother's funeral, for goodness sake.
Huh? So you really don't think anyone would want to come to my wedding today because of this funeral? Are you being serious right now?
Of course I am, you idiot! How dare you be like this when our mother just died, you horrible human being! No one is thinking of your wedding today. No one. Nobody at this funeral today is going to come to your stupid wedding because somebody just died, Annie. Do you not understand that? Have you even told your soon-to-be husband what's going on here? Have you even told him that your mom just died? Have you told him what you've been like?
Excuse me? Why on earth are you talking to me like this on what's supposed to be my special day? Also, what do you mean by what I've been like?
I'm talking about you being estranged from me and your relatives for the past 3 years, you moron. Did you even tell him what you did at our father's funeral? Our relatives didn't forgive you for what you did then. It would be a disgrace to steal condolence gifts from people and then never pay them back for it. That's what you did, Annie. No matter which way I think about all this, there's no way I can ever forgive you for what you've done to me and the rest of the family.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize you were still so angry about what happened. Look, I hardly had any money at the time. There was nothing I could do. I really needed the money to stay afloat. I didn't think everyone would be so angry. I thought they would understand where I was coming from.
You've got some nerve saying that to me, Annie. I don't understand you. I'm glad that after this stunt you've pulled that I can cut you out of the rest of my life. If you're never going to change for what you've done or improve yourself, so why should I have you in my life?
But you can't do this to me, sister. We're related. We can't just abandon each other like this. What about my wedding? Why don't you just come by and talk to me about this?
How many times have I told you, Annie, there's no way I'm stepping foot in that wedding venue? I couldn't stand to see that smug look on your face when I arrived. To be honest, since you told me to come to your wedding, I never really intended to actually go since you were actually acting so horribly towards me. I thought that it was really stupid of you to send me an invitation to your wedding when you hadn't had the guts to talk to me in the last 3 years. It was Mom's request for me to go to your wedding this time to see if there was some way we could bond and build a relationship again, but I think not. The other relatives would also be persuaded to go and see you if you had changed your tune about all of us. Mom did so before she died.
Wait, what? Did she actually try and persuade the rest of the family to come to my wedding? Why would she do that when they should have been coming in the first place?
Because she's our mom and she didn't want you to be alone on your big day, but I really didn't care if you were or not. And all she wanted was to have us be sisters again. I really don't think that was going to happen, to be honest. You're the one who didn't know what she was doing. Mom told me that she had very little time left on this earth, but I didn't understand, but she had one final request. She wanted us to be close again.
Huh? Why would she want that request for? We're sisters because we come from the same mother and father. It's pretty self-explanatory. I also had no idea that she had so little time left. How did she even know that? I wish you told me that. I had no idea. You're only telling me now.
No, she wanted us to have a loving relationship. I should have been able to go to you for anything, but you made that impossible. You didn't want much to do with me. And for what? Not much of a reason at all. You make no sense to me anymore, Annie. It's all too late now. Mom and I have said this so many times to you, and you never listen. You never took the time to listen to other people, and this is the result we get from this. All you are is a funeral thief, Annie. You had no idea that Mom died and that her funeral was today because you ignored us and didn't call me. I'm embarrassed to be your older sister, so I'm cutting ties with you completely from now on. Don't you ever think about us as family again. I have no sister anymore. From now on, I'm an only child.
Wait a minute, Rita, you can't just do this to your baby's sister, not on her wedding day. Don't you think what you're saying is going a bit too far? Please, don't cut me off. We need each other more than ever since Mom is gone. Just let me make this up to you. I really need you, Rita. Don't leave me.
No, I've done more than enough for you and I get nothing in return. None of the relatives are going to go to your wedding today. Have fun getting married all by yourself, Annie. I hope that you don't suddenly show up here and beg Mom for mercy, even though she's gone. She's not going to listen to you anymore. You're no longer part of my family, Annie. You can try and make your own, but I have a feeling that you're going to ruin your chances of that as well since you're so self. Don't even think about contacting me ever again, you selfish, horrible woman. Leave me alone. I want to have a peaceful life without you in it. In the end, it seems that Rita completely ignored all the communication that Annie was trying to give her. Considering what Annie has done so far, it's no surprise that she's being ignored. Annie also tried to ask the relatives for help as well, but they also ignored her. Seems like she's lost with what she can do now. She lost everything, her sister, her relatives, and her husband. She also didn't have a place to live anymore, and she's currently working as a live-in part-time worker for extremely low wages. It's mostly hard work, and she's saving very little money. The stress of her job has made her age quite a bit. At this point, she's finally realized how great of a person her mother was. She's only just realized the value of family, but she's realized this too late. Rita cleaned up her parents' house and sold it. She never fails to visit her mother's grave. She's always been very different from her sister Annie. She's practically selfless.
Hey, Vicky, are you there? Do you have a moment to chat at all, really quick? I just wanted to let you know something if you had a moment to text. Okay, I guess not. So I guess I'll just leave you a message here letting you know that I'm going to be moving back in with my parents. So, anyways, I'm really looking forward to seeing you soon, Rumi. Hope you're as excited as I am.
Wait, what? What are you talking about right now? What is this?
I mean that, well, let's just say that things aren't exactly going super well with my husband, and so, well, anyways, I just don't really want to be dealing with him right now is all. But anyways, I'm just glad that I'll be coming home to people who understand and are on my side. People like you. Isn't that right?
I'm sorry, Danny. You're going to have to slow down and go over this with me one more time. I mean, is this some kind of joke or something? Or is it just your way of messing with me like you always do? Because I don't know why you think you can just come back here all of a sudden. Don't you remember you saying that you were never ever going to come back here?
I have no idea what you're talking about at all, Vicky. I mean, it's not like you really even have a right to be complaining about me coming home or anything like that. After all, you're living with my parents at their house, remember?
I know exactly whose house I'm living in right now, thank you very much for telling me. But that isn't even what I'm talking about right now. I mean that you were telling me that you're coming to live here with way too little heads up. But it doesn't matter because I also have some big news that I need to tell you. So just make some time to talk to me later today, okay?
Oh, yeah. I would love to talk to you and catch up and all that, but I'm actually just going to be way too busy doing other things.
You mean like going to the casino and coming back home pissed drunk and God knows what time? Because if I recall correctly, that was one of the reasons why you ended up moving out. You said that you were sick of us telling you what to do.
I'm so looking forward to finally moving in with you and Mom and Dad tomorrow. Isn't this exciting, Vicky? Can you believe that we're all going to get to live together just like one big happy family from here on out? It's just so great.
What are you talking about this time? Are you still going on about moving in?
I bet you thought that I had forgotten all about that when you hadn't heard from me for a while, right? Well, don't worry, I haven't forgotten one bit. I'm so sorry for not reaching out sooner. Wait, no, I'm not. I don't really care at all how you are or what you've been up to. But you're probably curious about how I've been, so I'll tell you that I've been doing really well. Thank you. I've just been so excited to move in with you and my parents.
Danny, I still have no idea what on earth you were talking about at all. What are you going on about?
Are you playing dumb, or are you actually just that stupid? It's actually the latter, probably, isn't it? Well, don't worry. When I'm there, you're going to smarten up when I make you into my maid. Then you'll have to do whatever I want, and you won't have any choice but to obey me.
Danny, you really have no idea what you were talking about at all. Besides, I thought I already told you that you moving in with your parents and I was not going to work. Don't you realize that none of us want or can handle living with you right now? Why can't you just respect our boundaries about that? I mean, you keep talking about moving in with your parents but you seem to be forgetting about your own brother. Have you even talked to Owen about any of this at all yet?
The only thing I need to talk to Owen about is how he could be doing much better than being married to you. But I guess it's a little late to say all that now. It doesn't matter. I'm sure I'll have him wrapped around my finger when I'm home. And then you really will have no choice but to do whatever I say. Isn't that right?
Danny, you have been talking out of your butt this entire time. Do you realize that? I mean, do you not think that we can't all see what's going on here? You got divorced and now you're trying to move back in with your parents. It's very obvious to everyone.
You don't know what you're talking about at all, Vicky, and nobody likes a know-it-all like you anyways. But who cares why I'm coming back home? If I miss my parents and want to be with them, then I can come back and live with them if I want.
I'm not saying that you aren't allowed to come back and live with that. I'm just not really sure that living with your parents is what you really want.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? What do you know about what I do and don't want? Do you have any idea just how stressed out I've been over life? You have no idea what I've been going through at all.
Well, I'm very sorry that life isn't feeling very easy for you right now, but that doesn't change the facts on the ground.
The only fact is that I'm getting divorced, and you have no idea the kind of stress that's been putting me through. And the only thing that is going to relieve that stress is moving back in with my family and having you as my servant.
Excuse me? You must know that that's not how this is going to work, right? I mean, you can't actually think I'm going to go along with that, right?
I don't care what you think, because it's not a servant's job to think. Your job is just to do as I say. Get it? And I don't remember even giving you permission to speak, so why don't you shut up until I say otherwise? Because if you don't listen to me, I am going to make sure that you end up on the streets with no one to take care of you. Is that what you want?
I take it from that reaction that you have not said a thing about this to Owen at all.
I don't need to explain myself to every single person that asks. All I'm trying to do is be less stressed in life. Is that really so bad?
Nobody is saying that it's wrong to not want to be stressed. I'm just saying that this is not going to go how you think it is. And I am going to ask you to knock this off a second time. Do you understand me?
And just where did this turn-off attitude come from, huh? You really think you can take me on? Because if it's a fight you want, then I am more than happy to give you one. Let me tell you that. Maybe then at least you'll stop talking back to me and learn how to take orders like a good servant.
Danny, the only person here who has no idea what they are getting themselves into here is you. I can assure you of that. But I am trying to warn you now that none of this is going to go the way you want it to. It's all going to blow up in your face. I'm sure that right now your life is really hard with a lot going on, but you are better off where you are than coming back here.
You really will say anything that comes to your mind to try and keep me from coming back, won't you? Don't you have any shame at all? Don't you realize that you shouldn't mess with me? Don't you know that I could get Owen and you to divorce in a second if I wanted to?
You have to be kidding me with that, right? You don't actually think that you can do that, do you?
Oh, why don't you just wait and see when I get back there, huh? You'll see how obedient of a little brother I really have. And then you'll know to listen to me when I tell you to do something.
Well, then I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but Owen and I actually got a divorce last month.
Wait, what? What do you mean by that?
Oh, I guess you hadn't heard the news yet, huh? You really don't talk with your brother about anything at all, do you? Yeah, him and I aren't together anymore, and I don't live with him or your parents any longer. So, I'm not living with your parents, and when you kept saying you were going to come and live with me, that just wasn't true.
So then, you two really got a divorce, and you're just telling me this now? Are you kidding me? What's the matter with you?
That's right. I did leave your brother, and it's because I couldn't stand living with him anymore. He was nothing but a leech, and so were your good-for-nothing parents. So if you want to come home and live with them, then fine, but that's not my problem anymore.
But I don't get... What do you mean they were leeches? What were they doing to make you say that? I don't get what you're trying to tell me. Can't you just talk to me straight, please?
The only thing that I have to say to you is that you were going to come here and try and use me to get your stress out. But I was already more than stressed having to live with your brother and your horrible parents. So I know for a fact that you moving in would have pushed everything over the edge. And it's not like I didn't really try with Owen and your parents. But I finally hit the limits of patience and could make myself go no further.
But, I mean, why hasn't anyone told me about this? You'd think it would be pretty handy to know that my own brother got divorced.
I didn't bother telling you because I didn't want anything to do with your brother, you, your parents, or any of your family ever again. And you should also know that I am never going back to live with them again.
But wait, I don't get it. The whole reason why I'm coming back is because I owe my husband money, and I thought I could save some by living with my parents.
Well, if that is what your plan was, then I'm afraid that you never had any hope for that to work in the first place.
What is that supposed to mean? Why wouldn't that have worked? You're saying that I won't be able to save money when I move in with my family?
I'm just telling you now that living with your parents is going to be far more expensive than living on your own ever was.
But how can that be? How could it be more expensive to live at home with my parents? That doesn't make any sense at all. What would some housewife like you know about anything?
Well, first of all, I've had a full-time job since last year, thank you very much. And second of all, up until the divorce, I was the one paying for everything for your family.
What do you mean by that? You can't really be serious about that, right? What is going on here?
Do you even talk to your family at all? How have you not heard any of this? What is the matter with you? But if you must know, your whole family is just awful at saving money, and the only thing they are good at is spending it on useless things. The whole reason I found a job is because your lazy brother quit his job and ordered me to work in his place.
But they can't be doing that. Don't they realize how stupid of a decision it is to have you be their only source of income? Please tell me that you're joking right now. I thought that Owen was working for a nice company and made a good salary, but now you're telling me that they've all just come to rely on you?
That's right. So I'm afraid that if you moved back in with them now, you would just end up taking my place for them instead. Maybe at least then you'll believe me when I tell you about all the horrible things that your family had been putting me through before I left.
You have to be lying to me. There is no way that my whole family would act that way towards you. But more importantly, do you really think that's how they would act towards me? I mean, if they were really all being so horrible to you, I guess I really do understand why you ended up divorcing Owen. Sounds to me like they never even made you feel like part of the family.
And you were going to add on to the stress by trying to use me like some kind of servant. So it's not like you're exactly blameless in all of this as well. But anyways, good luck dealing with all that.
Wait, hold on a second. This can't be right. Why am I even listening to you? I mean, you're divorced from my brother, and now you're just telling me lies about my family to try and turn me against them? I can see what you're doing here, you know. I'm not going to be fooled. But I don't even want to see you coming around my family again. It's obvious that you don't have their best interests at heart, and you were the one using them.
Well, that's fine, because like I said, I don't anything to do with them ever again. And if you really think that I would ever come back to them anyways, let me double down on that and tell you never to come to me for help. Because I won't be there for you at all.
Oh, please, you think that anyone would ever need you? You're a good-for-nothing, useless housewife, and that's why my brother left you. So just stay away from my family.
I already told you that I don't want anything to do with your family. How many times are we going to repeat the same conversation?
We're going to keep repeating it until, hypothetically, if this was a script being written by an author with a word count, that word count would be satisfied. Hey, Vicky, are you there? I was just wondering if you and I could talk over the phone for a little bit, maybe? There are just a couple of things that I want to talk to you about.
Well, whatever they are, you can leave me out of it.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that, Vicky. Please, I'm your ex-sister-in-law. You have to be there for me.
I really don't have to do anything for you at all if I don't feel like it, Danny. In fact, you told me to stay away from your family, and I told you that I wanted nothing to do with you. So I don't even know why I'm even responding.
Please, just answer the phone. It's really, really important. I need your help right now.
I thought I told you that I would never ever help you if you came and asked me. So what do you think this is going to accomplish for you?
It's just that, well, Everything you said was really true. About my family, I mean. I really can't believe it. Not only are my parents jobless, but they and my brother all have huge loans that they need to pay off, and they're all expecting me to help them out. At this rate, my savings are only going to last another week here.
Yeah, well, they're your family, so it sounds like more of a you problem, don't you think? Anyways, I've got better things to do right now, so I'm going to go.
Wait, hold on. You can't just leave. What are you talking about? I tell you that you were right, and that's all you have to say to me? Don't you think you're being just a little too cruel right now?
Not really. I think that I don't owe you anything, and I'm reacting exactly how I told you I would. In fact, you're lucky that I'm even still talking to you. Don't you realize who you are to me?
What do you mean by that? What am I to you?
You're my ex-husband's sister. That basically makes you no one to me. So why are you even messaging me? I thought I told you that I didn't want anything to do with your family anymore.
But this is really, really important. Please. We are basically out of money, and I don't know what we're supposed to do. I really, really need your help right now, Vicky.
Look, Danny, we talked about this. We had a long circular conversation about this, don't you remember? Because if you forget, then let me remind you that I said that I divorced your brother, I moved away from your family, and I would never ever come back to live with them again.
But please, I thought that you would come back and help me if I really needed it. I mean, we're family, right? Isn't that what family is supposed to do when we're in trouble?
And I literally told you that if you came to me to ask for help that I wouldn't do anything. I told you that, don't you remember? So why do you think things would be different now?
Well, because I thought that you would want to help me. I didn't think that you would leave me like this. But that's it. What if you come and live with us instead? How does that sound?
First of all, you and I aren't family, so let's get that straight right now. Second of all, I already said that I'm never ever going back to live with your family, remember? And if you must know, I am loving living by myself. It is gratifying and liberating and so much better than when I was living with Owen and your family. In fact, I hope you all tear each other apart for all that I care. Because like I said, I don't want anything to do with you or your family ever again.
But then, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to get out of this mess? I mean, how are any of us supposed to get out of this mess?
Let me change the subject really quick. You got divorced with your husband because you cheated on him, right?
How did you figure that one out?
Well, because I've heard you bragging about it before. So it's not surprising that he found out about it. But anyways, I imagine that when you two did get a divorce that he probably sued you for quite a pretty penny. Here you thought you were going to be able to live with your family and save money to pay them all back. But instead you just joined the rest of your debt-ridden family.
Please, Vicky, things weren't supposed to go this way. I didn't think this was how things were going to end up. I need your help. You've got to do something. Please, move back in with us and help us all out. We need you, Vicky.
In the end, I heard that Danny ended up reaching out to every single other person she could think of for help with her problem. And from what I heard, she had burned just about every bridge she had made with anyone who might have been willing to help her under better circumstances. In the end, I think about half of the people that Danny knew ended up blocking her number. She was expecting to move back in with her parents and not have to worry about a thing. She even thought that I was going to be like a personal servant to her. Danny thought she was going to be able to boss me around while she paid for nothing and only had to worry about herself. But things went far, far off from where Danny thought they would. Instead of being taken care of by her family, Danny found that she was forced to be the main breadwinner for her family. It was obvious to everyone, however, that living like that wasn't sustainable. I heard that Danny and her family ended up selling their family home and moving to a much smaller apartment in the city together. I've heard that each of them have started to work as well. I can't imagine they are saving much money with all of their individual debts. But if you ask me, I think this is just what they all deserve. One can hope that if they do manage to get out of this, that they will have at least learned their lesson. As for me, however, I really was enjoying getting to live alone. After spending my entire time married to Owen, taking care of him and both of his parents, to have just some space for myself was just what I needed. Of course, after a while of being divorced, my heart began to wander and I thought about finding someone new. It was actually just around then that I happened to run into my future husband at the grocery store. We were both grabbing the ingredients for the same recipe that we saw on TV, and that was how he ended up asking me on a date with him. After that, things fell into place rather quickly for us. We're already engaged to be married, and I couldn't be happier. It really does just go to show you what a difference having a healthy and supportive network around can make. But it also highlights the importance of being able to take time to be alone and reflect on things.
Hey, Monica, I just remembered something and I wanted to check. Your mom's a single mom, right? She hasn't remarried recently, has she?
Why are you asking about my mom all of a sudden? Yeah, she hasn't remarried since my dad. Do you think she should get remarried? I think she's doing pretty fine by herself.
So she's still single. This is really bad.
What? I don't understand what's so bad about it. You should know why she won't remarry. What does her being single have to do with anything?
We're meeting my parents tomorrow, remember? I was thinking about it and your mom came to mind and, well, my dad doesn't like that sort of thing.
What do you mean, that sort of thing? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you be a bit more specific so I can understand? Though, I have a feeling I'm not going to be happy about it.
My dad doesn't like single mother families.
What? Dean! Don't be silly! Are you just messing around so I won't feel as nervous about meeting him tomorrow? Thanks, but be a little more serious, will you? Tomorrow's really important for us.
No, I'm being completely serious. He doesn't like families that are kind of, incomplete. He doesn't accept them as being real families. He believes that the ideal is a nuclear family. He's always saying that single mothers should at least make an effort to remarry and have a man in the house, and that otherwise they're just being lazy. I know that it's ridiculous, and of course I don't agree with him, but it might be a good idea to not tell him about your mom.
What? You're not joking? That is beyond ridiculous. Make an effort to remarry? Maybe he'll change his mind when he finds out the reasons some women choose not to remarry. Also, you realize that we're going to meet them tomorrow to tell them about our engagement, right? Do you really think that we can hide the truth for our entire marriage after we lie about my mom's relationship status? And in the first place, why should we have to lie about my family? I accept your family as it is, and you should do the same. I can't believe your dad still actually thinks like that. And even if it's difficult for him to change the way he thinks, fine, that's his opinion. But there's no reason why it should affect the way you choose to live.
Yeah, I know, but my dad is strict about that kind of stuff. You don't understand because you haven't met him yet. If you want to get married, you'll have to keep quiet about it, okay? Please? It just makes things complicated if he finds out about your mom.
Dean, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. It's impossible. He's bound to find out sooner or later, and it'll get even more complicated when he does. He'll feel as though we tricked him into accepting me as his family. Don't you think it would be much worse than telling him straight that he'll have to accept that not everyone has a dad? So, I'm going to tell him the truth. If he doesn't like it, then fine. That won't change how we feel about each other, right?
What? You're gonna tell him? Monica, I really don't think that's a good idea. I don't think we should tell him. If we tell him, there's no telling what he might do.
Dean, do you really want to marry me? If you love me for who I am and accept me how I am, then isn't that good enough for your parents? Are you really happy to lie about me when you introduce me to your dad? 'Cause I think it's wrong. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to your dad. You just want to lie now so that you can avoid conflict, but down the line, there will be conflict anyway if you lie to him.
Well, yeah, you might be right. I understand where you're coming from, I really do. It's just that you really don't know my dad. Trust me, it's better if we don't tell him anything.
What are you so afraid of? You're not going to be alone when you tell him. I'll be right there with you. We're doing this together, remember?
Yeah, I know that. I've always been scared of my dad. And what he thinks of me, what he might think if I don't do things the way he wants. That's why I've always done my best to make sure that he stays happy. And I've avoided doing things that he might not approve of.
I get that it's hard to go against your dad's wishes. But this is your life. And it's going to be our life together. Do you really want to ruin our first step together by lying to your dad? I don't. So let's tell him. It'll be okay. I'm going to have dinner and get ready for tomorrow. So I'll message you tomorrow morning. I'm looking forward to it.
Please don't say anything unnecessary tomorrow.
Unnecessary? Are you being serious? You think that telling the truth about my mom is unnecessary? Whatever. Dean, I'm going to be myself when I see your dad tomorrow. I hope that you'll sort out your priorities tonight, and we'll come to see that that's the best way forward too, for both of us.
You've got some nerve thinking that some worthless girl like you has any right to marry my son. You're beneath him, do you understand me? You were brought up by a single mother. If you don't have a father, then that makes you inferior. I don't know what got into Dean and made him think that it would be okay to marry scum like you, but I know that it's all your fault. You must have seduced him. I wouldn't be surprised, since that must be the reason why your mother got pregnant with you, and the reason why you don't have a father.
Can you hear yourself? You're talking nonsense. You don't know a single thing about me and my mom. You're saying that I must have seduced him because my mother is single right now? What you're saying is so irrational, I don't even know how to explain how wrong you are. And you're the scum here. Do you understand what you did?
Let me make this easier for someone like you to understand. You must have heard from Dean that I run a company, right? What I'm trying to say is my son is the heir to the business. One day he's going to be running my company, and I can't just let him marry a woman beneath him. It would ruin the reputation my company has. I guess my warnings about the type of woman he should choose to marry weren't enough for him. I'm disappointed that he let himself be caught by a woman like you, but that's more your fault than it is his. To think that he would actually bring a woman that doesn't even have a father. I'm surprised you actually thought that I would accept you as my daughter-in-law. You must be really underestimating me. I own a company. You could never meet my standards.
You're the one that's underestimating me. Do you really think I'll let you get away with this? I can't believe someone like you actually exists. I never once imagined that I would be punched by my own fiancé's father. And just because I told you that my mother is currently living alone, you didn't even let me tell you why my dad isn't with us. And you think you can say that I'm going to ruin your company's reputation? You've already ruined it yourself, if anything. You're a danger to society if you think it's okay to use violence to convey how you feel about something.
For a woman like you, a little discipline is necessary in order to keep you in place. People like you don't understand that things are common sense to company owners and powerful men like me, so you need to be taught things the hard way, with pain. Do you understand now why you're not good enough for my son?
A little discipline? Do you understand that I needed stitches for the cut that I got when you hit me?
What? Seriously? You needed stitches for that? I didn't even hit you that hard. How fragile are you? This is why women like you are so problematic. You start playing the victim when all I was doing was giving you a lesson on life, and your place in it!
It's not a matter of how hard you hit me. The problem is that you shouldn't have hit me at all. It's unforgivable. You don't seem to understand the gravity of the situation, so let me make it easy for someone like you to understand. You are going to regret what you did for the rest of your life. I'll make sure you answer for it. I swear. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to end you. You can say goodbye to your reputation, because you and your company are going down.
What are you talking about? What can someone like you do to a CEO like me? Were you planning on reporting it to the police and pressing charges? Maybe cry to the press and get some interviews? Hoping to get some compensation in the process? I advise you not to. You're too poor. Do you really think that someone of your meager means can stand up to a man like me? Do you need me to give you another lesson on your place in society? Because it looks like the first one didn't get through so well.
Are you threatening me so that I don't report you? You're despicable.
No, I'm telling you that if you don't press charges, you won't need it. But you know what? I'm feeling better than I did earlier. I guess that I got everything out of my system when I hit you. It's a shame that you're still not good enough for him, but I'll let you marry Dean. Happy now? I'm welcoming you to my family, so don't report anything to the police. Otherwise, you'll be the one to regret it.
What? So now you'll accept me as your daughter-in-law? Just so that you won't get reported to the police? You are threatening me, after all. All you've done since we met a few hours ago is try to intimidate me and use violence to control me. And you think that that will work?
Of course it will. Someone like you doesn't have any other choice but to follow my orders. And you want to marry my son, don't you? Then that's even more reason for you to not report me. I don't think Dean will be happy if his fiancé gets his own father arrested, especially if he understands that I only taught you a lesson for his sake. The second you report me to the police, your engagement to Dean is over. I won't let him marry an uneducated, disobedient woman like you. You should be more thankful. I'm giving you a chance. You wanted to be the wife of a CEO one day, didn't you? You can be if you do as I say. But if you report me, that dream of yours will be over. And I'll crush you so hard that you'll wish you'd never stood up to me in the first place. Are you really okay with that? I can't promise that your mother won't be affected by the pressure I put on you.
You're a terrible person. I can't believe that you'd try to use Dean and my mother against me just so that I won't report you to the police. Just because you own a company and have some money doesn't mean that you can use other people's weaknesses to control them. But thankfully, neither Dean nor my mother are my weaknesses. You can dangle my engagement to Dean in front of me all you want, but I have no intention of getting hooked. So, how about you apologize to me properly?
What, you want me to apologize? For what? I have nothing to apologize for, the least of all to you. I haven't done anything wrong.
You assaulted me, Marvin. I think it's a matter of course that you apologize and pay for what you've done. Well, even if you do apologize, nothing will change my mind about reporting you. But don't you think you should show more sincerity? Honestly, if you're like this in your personal life, I can't imagine what you must be like to work under. I suggest you apologize right now, before this affects your company.
What are you talking about? How can this affect my company? I told you, even if you report me, you can't win against me. You're just a poor girl from a family without a father. What could you possibly achieve in a court case against me, when I can afford the best lawyers and can afford to ruin you and your mother? There's no point threatening me when you have nothing on me. I'm telling you, I'll let you marry my son, so you should think of this as me giving you a second chance. Why don't you show me some gratitude? Or are you too uneducated to do even that? I'm warning you, don't file that report to the police. You'll lose Dean, your future, everything. Don't underestimate my influence. Do you really want to do something so reckless? You have no chance against me.
You're the one that's threatening me.
Clearly you don't understand the power of money. Even if you did report me to the police, I can easily shut it down with my wealth. That's why you should do as I say, and thank me for allowing you to marry Dean. Now that's decided, we're family, and you can't report me to the police. Do you understand?
So, let me get this straight. You really think that it was okay to punch me because I'm from a single mother household? You must be out of your mind. What problem do you have with single mothers? Were you brought up by a single mother yourself? And she happened to be less motherly than you expected her to be? And that made you despise the idea? Because if that's the case, I might be more sympathetic towards you. But I still have to tell you you're wrong.
I don't despise single mothers. I just don't think that they're good enough to raise successful children. I was raised in a proper family, thank God, and look at me now. As for you, what do you have? In a worst-case scenario, you might have become a criminal. I don't like the idea of a woman like you getting close to my son, but I'll close my eyes to your faults. It's a shame that I couldn't find a worthier woman for him, but I'll let you marry Dean. You'll have to hide your background, of course, so keep that in mind. If you let anyone know the truth, it'll ruin my reputation.
I don't understand what you're talking about. You seriously think that people knowing about my mother being single will be more damaging to you than the fact that you punched me?
You still don't understand? Do I really have to spell it out for you? I punched you because I couldn't forgive the idea of a woman like you having the nerve to think that you could ever be good enough for my son. But luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance. You can marry him as long as you don't report anything to the police.
You're telling me to keep quiet? And you expect me to accept you as my father-in-law even though you punched me?
I'm telling you to do as I say, it's simple! Someone like you doesn't have the power to think or do anything for herself anyway, so just follow my orders.
You must be an idiot if you think that I'm just going to say yes and continue as though nothing ever happened.
What did you say?
I'm saying that you've really pissed me off, and I have no intentions of obeying your ridiculous orders, you piece of trash. I'm going to get my revenge and make you experience hell for what you did to me.
What are you talking about? You can't do anything to me. You're the one who should take care not to anger me. I can end you. I only have to give the word. A woman like you isn't allowed to stand up to a powerful man like me. I can crush you without lifting a finger. Not to mention that I can make things difficult for your mother, too.
Do you really think you can do something like that? You should think a little more carefully before you make such irresponsible comments. I don't want to marry your son anyway, so I'm going to report you to the police. I told you, you can't use Dean as bait to coerce me into doing anything.
What? Weren't you listening to what I said? Or are you so stupid that you've already forgotten? I'll let you marry him. There's no point in threatening me, because I can ruin you. You'll regret ever talking back to me. You'll be begging me for mercy.
You're the one that's going to be begging me for forgiveness when you realize what punching me will cost you. And why on earth would you think that I would still want to marry Dean? I don't want him, and you can keep him. Find some other woman that's willing to marry a coward like that.
I'm giving you my approval! I'm allowing you to marry him! How can you say that you don't want to marry him anymore? A woman like you doesn't get to reject my son. You should be the one that gets thrown away! But I'm being gracious enough to allow you to. Don't you want to become the wife of a CEO? You'll lose the chance to become rich and live comfortably! You'll lose all of that if you dare report me to the police!
Whoever said I wanted to become a CEO's wife and live rich? That's all your imagination. That's what you think I want because you're prejudiced against people who only have a single parent. Besides, even if I wanted to become the CEO of a wee company like yours, there's a limit to how rich I could get. I hear that your company's on the verge of bankruptcy, and it's my understanding that it's got something to do with the better-than-thou attitude you're always dragging around.
What did you say? Did you just call my company weak? My company? You don't know the first thing about what it takes to run a company. Don't talk to me like that!
Of course I'm talking about your company. Who else is there to talk to on this chat? So, no matter how many times you say that you'll allow me to marry Dean, thanks, but no thanks. I don't want him. He didn't even try to stand up for me when you punched me. He sat there, looking uncomfortable. I suppose that's how you've raised him, to never stand up to you. But I never thought that he would just sit and watch me get punched and not even try to stop you. I was shocked at the time, but I realized that he's always been like that and he'll never change. I'm not shocked or sad anymore, just disappointed. And I can't marry a man like that, so keep him. I already let him know, and he made quite the fuss about it. but nothing's going to bring me back. Are we clear on that?
You're not going to marry him? Then what was the point of me giving you my approval? You can't be serious. You don't have the right to reject him. You're going to marry my son, and that's final. You don't have the right to argue back to me.
This conversation's going around in circles. At first, you were refusing to even accept me as your son's fiancé, and then you found out that I was planning to report you to the police, and you began to insist that I had no choice but to marry Dean. You're just saying whatever suits you at that point in time. Who in their right mind would want to marry a man like that and become the daughter-in-law to a man like you? It looks like Dean is still sending me messages begging me to get back together, but it's meaningless. I don't even want to look at him. I don't want to spend a single second by his side. I am not marrying him, and that's my final decision. I'm going to file this report to the police, and you will answer for what you did. The both of you make me sick.
How dare you talk about my son and I like that? You're just a woman from an incomplete family. You don't have any right to talk to me like that.
Oh, before I forget, I've already given in my report to the police. I'm sure there will be someone coming to question you in the next few hours.
What? You've already told the police? You can't be serious!
It's thanks to my mother. She rushed down to see me while I was still in the hospital getting my stitches, and then she took me home. She has an acquaintance in the local police station and called them to let them know what happened. She's also prepared a lawyer to advise us on how to go forward with the case. We're ready to fight you in court.
Didn't I warn you not to do that? I told you, even if I did take it to court, I'll crush you with my team of lawyers. Neither you nor your mom can afford a lawyer good enough to beat the people that I have lined up to defend me. You should take back those charges before it's too late. You should have just given in and married Dean when I said that I would give you my approval. You ruined your own life by doing this.
Why do you think that we're poor just because my mother is single? Really? How outdated can your brain get? There's a limit to how ignorant you can be.
I'm warning you, don't anger me any further. Say one more disrespectful thing to me and you will be finished. And on average, people with single mothers are poor.
You shouldn't let something as vague as an average influence on how you think about an entire group of people. You might be shocked to hear this, but it seems you're actually very familiar with my mother. I understand that your company has contracts with a large number of other businesses, but there's one company that you're very dependent on and rely on for 70% of your contracts. I wonder what would happen if you were to be cut off from that supply of work. Funnily enough, my mother owns that very company I'm talking about.
What?
My mother is the CEO of the company your company works for. She was furious to hear that you had assaulted me, and is saying that she plans to end all contracts with your company. I'm not surprised that she'd react like that. You gave me a cut that needed stitches with a punch that was unprovoked and can never be justified as self-defense. Of course, she wouldn't be able to forgive you as a mother and as a businesswoman that takes pride in showing integrity in and out of work. I told you that you should apologize, but you refused. And that just proved to my mother that you weren't going to change and that you lack the responsibility expected of a company owner.
What are you talking about? There's no point trying to scare me with lies like that. It's impossible. There's no way your mother owns a company. She's not even married. How can a woman like that be running a business?
What's so wrong about a woman raising a child and running a business all by herself? And since you wouldn't let me explain earlier before you punched me, let me make it clear now. My mom always hasn't been single. My dad passed away 10 years ago, and she hasn't remarried because she hasn't found anyone she wants to marry, or loves more than she loved my dad. You undermine mothers that are single because you assume that they must be defective. But in actual fact, my mother has continued running the business that she and my father started together ever since he passed away, all while raising me, and she's been very successful. Whether single out of choice or not, single mothers can be successful and can raise wonderful children and the opposite is also true. But don't assume that you'll always be better than them. Maybe it'll be easier for you to accept reality if I tell you that the company she owns is NE Holdings. Didn't you know that the owner was a single mother?
You're kidding. You're just making that up. You can't be her daughter. You should keep your delusions to yourself. There's no way that you could be related to her. Stop messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm being very serious. Haven't you gotten any calls from your office yet? I'm pretty sure my mom's already made a few calls to them about canceling all of the active contracts you have. She's pretty pumped up to force your company into bankruptcy. I don't know the details, so I suggest you hurry up and contact your office and find out what's going on. I'm afraid it looks like your threats were all bark and no bite, and you'll be the one that's going to end up being crushed.
Wait a minute. I got a message from my office. They're saying that your mother canceled all the contracts that we have with her company? You gotta be joking. How am I supposed to keep our business running if we don't have any work? What have you done? You've gotta stop this. I didn't know that your mother was the owner of NE Holdings. I wouldn't have done it if I knew, I swear. You've gotta believe me. Why didn't you tell me? If only you had told me in the beginning, I would have welcomed you into my family without any argument. You should have just told me. It was your own fault for not being honest with me. Of course I wouldn't have reacted like that if I knew who you were. I mean, I just thought that you were a woman who had been brought up by a single-parent household. It's not like I punched you because I had anything against your mother. You can't do this to my company.
Marvin, how about you shut up for a second and think about what you did?
What did you say to me?
It doesn't matter who I am. You shouldn't have punched me. Who my mother is besides the point. Listen carefully. It's very simple. You shouldn't punch people. Do you understand me? Even if I was poor, even if my mother raised me by herself for part of my life, that doesn't give you any reason to punch me or anyone else. You're going to get what you deserve for punching me, and that's that. You ruined your own reputation by assaulting me. You must be really stupid if you think that this is in any way my fault. I don't even understand how you managed to build your own business if that's the common sense you've lived by up until now. I pity the people that have to work for you. But I guess they'll be free after your company goes bankrupt and is bought up by my mother. At the very least, your employees won't have to lose their jobs because of your stupidity. It's enough to just ruin your life.
I'm very sorry.
Excuse me?
I don't know how I can apologize enough for my behavior. I shouldn't have acted on impulse like that. It was very wrong of me, and I'm sincerely very sorry for punching you. I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble and so much injury. I wasn't thinking properly when I punched you. I wish I could take it back. I'm extremely embarrassed about my behavior, and I promise to reflect on it so something like this will never happen again. So would you please forgive me?
What are you talking about? You can't honestly think that I'll forgive you if you start apologizing now. Where was that speech when I first asked you to apologize? Why couldn't you apologize to me before you knew who my mother was? It's too late to expect me to forgive you. Unfortunately, the fact that you're only apologizing now just proves how lacking you are in sincerity. You only want to save yourself from everything that's going to happen after you lose your company. But, sadly for you, I have no intention of forgiving you. And I am not going to marry your son, so you're going to have to accept your punishment. Your company is finished. Just thinking about what I would have to suffer if I did marry Dean makes me shiver. But I'm glad I'm free of that.
Please don't do that. Forgive me, I'll do anything. Please just don't take my company away from me. It's all I have.
If you really thought that your reputation and your company was that important, you should have thought about that before you did something as stupid as punching me. Don't you understand that as a member of society, you have a responsibility to treat others with respect? And that in your position, your words and actions are scrutinized? Well, even if I warn you of that now, it's far too late. As early as tomorrow, you'll lose your company and you'll no longer be the CEO. But that has nothing to do with me anymore. You're nothing to me.
Please don't say something that cold! We were just about to become father and daughter-in-law! Dean still loves you, and he's saying that he still wants to marry you. If you could just forgive me and take him back, I think that we could become a very happy family. I can learn from my mistakes, and I'll make sure to treat you as though you're my own daughter. I'll even pay for the hospital fees and give you however much you want as compensation. Anything to make you happy. Please, can't we work things out? We don't even have to involve my company. I'm begging you.
No matter how much you beg, no. We can't work things out. I already tried that, but you threw it back in my face because, according to you, I'm not worthy. Remember? You're seriously mistaken about a lot of things.
Mistaken? About what?
First of all, that either me or my mother could honestly accept an apology like that after you insulted us both so much today. And you crossed the line by punching me. You also seem to think that everything will be okay if you just apologize and act like you're sorry. But if you don't even understand why what you did was wrong, then there's nothing you can do to save yourself. You can start reflecting on your actions all you want, but it's too little, too late. Your life is over. You're going to be arrested for assault. So, I suggest you hurry up and accept that you're going to lose your position whether my mom ends contracts with your company or not.
I'm going to be arrested? Oh, that's going way too far. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
Out of nothing? Are we talking about the same nothing? The nothing I had to get stitches for? Why don't you listen to me and shut up? You're just making things worse for yourself the more you talk. You're going to be arrested, and your company is going bankrupt. Your life is over, just like I warned you it would when I first told you to apologize. And it's all your own fault. This all began because you had ridiculous prejudices against me, and mistakenly thought that they justified punching me.
Please wait! All I'm asking for is one more chance, please! I'll pay you for anything you want me to. Just please don't take my company away from me!
I'm afraid I already have money, so I don't want yours. You'll just have to do your best and deal your time in prison. You said a lot of things about single mothers and belittled them for raising problem children that would eventually turn into criminals. But it looks like men like you cause much more harm to society with your egotistical and self-righteous attitudes. What do you think? You're the man that lost his company and became a criminal in one day, despite being brought up by both parents. In the end, Marvin was reported to the police for assaulting Monica and was arrested soon after. Monica's mother used her powers at NE Holdings to cancel all the contracts that they had with Marvin's company and bought up his company when they went bankrupt. Marvin's life had fallen apart before his very eyes, and he really had been shown hell. Moreover, Dean was upset that Monica wouldn't marry him, and blamed his father for everything, despite partly being at fault himself. Dean even cut ties with his own father, and wouldn't help Marvin no matter how much his father begged him to. Dean's mother also found out about what happened between Marvin and Monica later on, and demanded a divorce, saying that she was embarrassed to have married someone that would dare discriminate against single mothers. She took everything he still had to his name in the divorce, leaving him with absolutely nothing in the world. But he really only has himself to blame, since he was the one that went so far as to assault someone. He got what he deserves, so he'll just have to use this as a chance to learn how to treat other people with more respect.
Hey, Sarah, I heard you're living in our house. You got some damn nerve to do that.
Oh, hi Gabby. Yes, but you should think that this is not your house anymore.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you think that you own this place or something? You only paid a little for the renovation. Are you serious?
Did you not hear anything from your mother?
About what?
The current situation.
I don't need to hear anything because I know that you just want to run through my parents' fortune, right?
What fortune? I've never heard or seen that ever in my life.
You are so conceited, you know? I feel so bad for my mom because she is tolerating with your harassment. Since I'm going home, I will not let you do that, you hear me?
Coming home?
Yes, I decided to have a baby there.
Where?
At my parents' house. Are you stupid?
Where are you going to stay? This is not your house.
Enough is enough! That is my parents' house and mine, okay? Do you think that my house is yours just because you live there? This might be the reason that Paul is fed up with you.
What are you talking about?
If you keep on acting this way, you can get kicked out.
This is my house, so there's no way I'm going to get kicked out.
Oh, wow. You're so confident. I wonder if you can keep that confidence until I go home tomorrow.
What, you're gonna stay here?
It's my house, so of course.
Until when?
Why should I tell you? Well, what I know is I'm going to relax for a while after giving birth.
I have no problem with you coming tomorrow, but please talk to your family because you can't stay here for a long time.
Who the fuck are you? You should be grateful that you're able to stay at my house.
And I've been telling you that it's my house now. You probably don't believe me, so talk to your parents, okay? I heard that Gabby is coming home tomorrow. What's up with that? You didn't tell her anything, did you?
Oh yeah, she did say something about coming home to give birth. I just remembered. Looks like things are not going well between her and her husband, too. I feel bad for her.
Why are you talking like it's someone else's business? There's no way she can come here and live forever. I want you and your parents to get ready to leave because you understand that you can only live here until the end of the month, right?
Oh, about that, can you think about it again?
What?
This is our house, you know. Isn't it rude to kick us out? You should think about it a little more and then decide.
Don't you understand that you're here because of what you've done? Why don't you find your own place to live?
You don't need to be pissed off, you know.
Anyways, she can only stay here 3 days max. Talk to her while you're here, and don't decide to negotiate with me because I won't.
Hey, where's my lunch? Can you prepare it before you go to work next time? You're such a useless piece of shit.
I'm at work right now. When are you staying at my house until? You're going to leave tomorrow, right? Did you talk to your family?
What? Leave? I told you I came home to give birth. I will treat you like a housekeeper because your shitty attitude and all the trouble you caused.
Didn't I tell you that this is my house now, so you can't stay here? I even told Paul you could only stay for 3 days.
I didn't hear anything from him. Anyways, I will not listen to whatever you say because I'm your sister-in-law and the daughter of this house. If you can't listen to me, I will kick you out.
Are you threatening me? Do you think that you can kick me out?
Of course I can. This is my house.
How many times do I need to tell you that it isn't?
I have a higher status in this house, so don't even try to argue with me, okay?
Don't act like you've won or something by threatening me. Why don't you listen to what I need to say?
Do you want me to tell Paul to divorce you? I can do that, you know.
Excuse me?
Anyways, you will be my housekeeper, okay? If you decide to argue with me, I will kick you out and tell Paul to divorce you.
We are divorced already, actually.
What?
We divorced 3 months ago.
Oh, you guys divorced? So is that why you're living in my house? You've got nowhere to go, right? Get the fuck out!
Please shut up and listen to me, okay? This house is mine and not your parents. I'm the owner, but since you don't believe me, ask your parents.
I don't need to ask because I know you're lying to me. I'm telling you the truth. We started living together because your parents failed in their investment and became broke and couldn't pay the mortgage, so they changed the owner name to mine. So that's why you guys have a place to stay.
What? Failed an investment?
Yes. The reason I renovated the house was because I was trying to increase the value of the house with plans to sell or live by myself in the future. So it wasn't for your parents to begin with, because they didn't even pay a penny.
Why did they rely on you, though? Wait, what will happen to Paul then?
He works part-time at a 7-Eleven, so I think he doesn't have money. I mean, he does, but since he was cheating on me, maybe he used all of it on her.
What? He was cheating on you?
Yeah. That's why I divorced him.
I didn't know that you guys got divorced. I'm shocked.
You're shocked because you will not be able to use the divorce as a threat, right? Also, the fact that the person who you call a housekeeper is the owner of the house, right? Anyways, going back to the story about my house. I'm paying off the mortgage now, so if you want this house, you need to pay me, okay?
What? You're making us pay?
Of course! I own the house! I know that your parents paid the mortgage in the beginning, but I've been paying it for a while now. And even then, the owner name is changed to mine, so... Do you think you can still stay here?
So we really need to leave this house?
Yes! Your whole family. They promised to leave at the end of the month, so why don't you guys find a house?
What? You're seriously going to kick all of us out?
Yes, I am.
You can't even afford a house with only Paul's salary.
You can just go home to your husband's house, you know.
I can't because I was kicked out.
Oh, so it is true. Your husband sent me your belongings and divorce papers, which I thought was weird, so I called him, and he said he caught you cheating, so he doesn't need you anymore.
What? You checked without my permission?
Hey, it came to my house, and I just called the number that was on the package. I told him that I divorced Paul for the same reason, and he was really sick of you two. I was too, actually.
Shut up! That's none of your business.
Yep, exactly. So that's why I don't want anything to do with you, so please leave. I'm asking you nicely.
Where would we go? My parents are going to help me give birth.
Don't decide to come crying to me, okay? We're total strangers now.
Why are you so mean all of a sudden?
Me? Don't you think that you're the mean one? You decide to come home not knowing anything and calling me a housekeeper.
I just misunderstood. Can't you at least say thank you to me, though? I was nice to you and took care of you.
No one in your family took care of me, so whatever you say, I will say no. Don't think that I will help you.
I will apologize for Paul. So, can you give me the house?
Sure.
Really? Wow, that was easy. Did you understand me? I can be your friend if you want to.
The house will probably cost a few $1,000,000, so please buy it with that price. If that's okay with you, I can lower the price, but I don't think that it will be possible because no one will take out a loan. Plus, you guys have no savings. If you want to earn that much money, why not become a housekeeper? Not mine, but someone else's. I don't think you can handle it, though. I kicked all of them out of the house and was able to sell the house. Paul and Gabby's mom had to pay the alimony for the infidelity, and now they live in an old rusty apartment and are living a shitty life. On the other hand, I'm living my best life since I have money from selling the house. It's very clear that when you treat others like crap, it will always come back to you.